take 99.97% of anything out of the air. That's 0.3 of a micron or larger. Over the past year, we were selling these like crazy in the hospitals for COVID. It was cleaning COVID out of the air. The machine's set up very simply. It's got your HEPA filter, which is on this side, 2 pre-filters. These filters will extend the life of your HEPA filter. Your HEPA filter runs about $200. These will extend the life. These I call sacrificial lambs for about $7 a set. Your guys should be replacing these when they get pretty well dirty. You know, maybe a lot of the dust covering it. Just pull them out, throw them away, and get new ones. The HEPA filter, how long will it last? Big question I always get asked. Just depends how much dust is in your facility. Somebody that's running wet, running with shrouded tools, a lot less dust than somebody that's running just plain. It's actually a relatively quiet machine for those of you that haven't heard it. That's high right there. It runs off your basic 110, 10 amps. That's all it takes. I recommend in a facility running it day and night. You're not using that much electricity, and it's gonna help out, especially at night when most of your places aren't fabricating product. We also have the 1000, which is, of course, half the air throughput. It's about $200 cheaper, so most people are tending to go with this machine for that. A couple questions that have been asked: where to put this? Anywhere. You can put it on the ground. You can hang it from the ceiling. You can put it next to the machine. You can put it under the machine. You can put it on the other side of the warehouse. Wherever you want to put it, as long as there's air there, it's going to circulate and bring that dust up and into the machine. If you do hang it from the ceiling, dust ends up going up anyhow. It's going to get it there. We do have a hanging kit, optional hanging kit that you can buy for this machine. Actually, for either of those machines, an optional hanging kit. We've been talking about particulates, about dust in the air. For anybody that might be working epoxies, heavy odors, we have a charcoal filter that you'll take out the HEPA and exclusively use a charcoal filter. We're using it in a lot of industries right now. I've actually sold it to epoxy manufacturers. We're using it under other industries where there's heavy smell. It works, but then you give up the particulate filtration. Truly up to what they're looking for. You still will use the pre-filters in there, so you will get a little protection from the particulates in the air, because you don't want them covering the charcoal, but it will remediate the odor from the charcoal. Two biggest issues we have with these machines are typically user error. Number one, 12 gauge power cord, minimum 12 gauge. I was dealing with Mark yesterday. His customer was using a 14 gauge and it burnt the wires behind the control panel. They went ahead and they fixed it and it burned them again. 12 gauge cord minimum, 100 feet max. Number two, these guys won't want to replace the HEPA filter, so they'll run without a filter. Make it look like when OSHA comes in, we're trying to do good. And they have the machine there, the carcass of the machine, but they're not running with a HEPA filter. It will ruin the blower. After time, it will get into the blower, heat up the blower motor, and blow the motor. The motor's black. When we get it into our warehouse, because somebody will complain, we want a warranty, and we open it up and it's white inside. It voids the warranty. Change the filter. Change the filter. Make sure they change the filter. The filter's only $200. It's not like it's all that expensive. Okay. On the front of the machine, you'll see on this machine there's a gauge. That's your filter reminder. It goes from 0 to 5. I always tell people when it hits 3, make sure you order a filter. When it hits 4, that's when you need to change the filter. And when it hits 5, that's when you have to say, uh-oh, we messed up. Let's get it done right now. It will not ruin the machine if you hit 5. Sort of like a car, you can run at high RPMs every now and then. You run it constantly, you're going to blow the motor. So make sure that happens. You guys do sell a machine with a filter reminder light. It's an audible visual alarm, just like the seatbelt in your car. It won't go off until you lower the pressure. The only way to lower that pressure is to either A, change the filter, or B, what we talked about before, don't run with the filter. So it's about an extra $75. If somebody's hanging it from the ceiling, it's probably a better sell. That way they'll only have to get up there and check it out when that thing's beeping on and off. It's annoying. So both machines come that way, just depending on the option that you guys choose to do. Lastly, this machine, if anybody asks, this black machine is the exact same machine as Novatek sells in the maroon. It's no different, besides it has your name on the side of it. So, any questions?
Like how many do you need per square foot?
So so the machine's based on cubic footage. This is 2,000 cubic feet of air per minute. We recommend to change air in that room about every 15 minutes. Now again, it depends on how concentrated the dust is. So good for 15 minutes is a good place to start. So you're looking at about 30,000 cubic feet. One machine for every 30,000 cubic feet. Okay. I like to tell people, and like we were talking about before, I even just talked to some guys yesterday, you don't need to filter your whole fabrication shop.
Just the area.
Get yourself, let these guys get some plastic, hang it from the ceiling, drop it down, and cut their shop in half. If they're using half their shop for storage of stone, you don't need you're wasting filtration in an area that nobody's at. Drop that, drop some plastic for a couple $100, and now instead of needing maybe 4 machines, you only need 1 or 2 machines. And a lot of people, do love that idea. Anything else?
That's it. Thank you.
That's it.